I'm like Dr. Clay Ballard, and today I'm going to talk about the 1-2 punch for building speed, and that's extension of the right arm and lag and release with the wrist. So both of these moves go into what we classify as lag and release in the golf swing. That's when this club head is hinging, or this club is hinging prior to impact and then releasing. But we're going to go over the wrist and the right arm and how those two moves go together to really create a ton of club head speed in that 1-2 punch. So first, let's take a look at Tiger Woods doing this move correctly, and then I'll show you how to do it also.
Alright, so here we're going to watch Tiger do an absolutely textbook demonstration of the 1-2 punch. The first punch of the 1-2 punch is the right arm. So you're going to notice as he's about halfway down, look how this right arm is very loaded. He's kept this angle of the right arm. From here, he's going to be extending this right arm to help accelerate the club head. So now he's accelerating the club head, and you can see that right arm is much straighter. Still got a little bit of bend into it. It's going to fully straighten later, but you can see that it's extending first. This club head, you look at the angle between his right wrist and the club shaft, the club is still lagging behind, and then that's released. So the first move, extending the right arm, as we can see here. The second move, letting the wrist go. And now you can see all this is one dead straight line. Extremely efficient way to create club head speed in the golf swing.
Okay, so we just got to see how Tiger Woods used these moves in his swing. So now let's first talk about the right arm and the piston motion of the right arm to help produce speed. So that's this right arm, and more importantly, the right tricep. So the tricep is the muscle that runs down the back of your arm, and that extends the arm from the elbow. So here's my tricep relaxed. If I flex this tricep, that's going to extend this arm, much as if you were going to throw a punch, your right arm would be bent, and then it's going to extend from the elbow like a piston. That's your tricep that's doing that motion. And the same thing happens in a golf swing. So as I'm coming into my downswing, my right arm is still loaded here, and then it's going to be extending as I'm releasing lag and creating club head speed. Now, one of the things that people do that cast the club is they start to extend this right arm way back here, and we lose all of our speed at this point in the swing. We want to save this up for the bottom of the swing, and then we can go ahead and release it at impact, get all of our speed at impact instead of wasting our speed halfway into the downswing. Now, the second motion I want to go over is release of the wrist. So in the backswing, our wrists are going to cock upwards. So if you can imagine, having a line down your wrist, this wrist would be cocking this way. That's called radial deviation, or that's when your wrist moves upward. So now it will be a bent line. And then when it releases, as we're getting speed at the bottom of the swing, that's going to go downward. And that's going to be the release of lag from your wrist. And that's where the 1-2 punch comes in. Your right hand's going to be doing the same thing. So in the backswing, it's going to start to do this motion a little bit. As it starts in the downswing, it's going to get a little bit more. And then as I get down here to where I'm releasing, I'm going to let that go, and it's going to go downward this way. So it looks like this with the wrist. Here's the right arm. It's loaded. I'm going to be extending this right arm. So my right arm is going to start to look like this. I've still got quite a bit of lag left. And then at last second, I'm going to extend those wrists so that now this is one straight line. So here, right arm's bent, wrists are loaded. As I start to extend my right arm, my wrists are still loaded, and then at the last bit, I'm going to extend my wrist downwards to get that lag to release, and that's going to allow us to create a lot of club head speed with very little motion. So if you've been struggling with casting, if you've been struggling with driving on through that shot with your body and you're not getting the club head speed you want, this will really help with both of those issues. If you're watching on YouTube, I really want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I really appreciate you guys. Rotary Swing has the best students in the game. And what I want you to do now is I'm going to attach a preview of a premium video, usually only available to paying members of the website. I'm going to attach the first half of this video as a bonus to you guys. If you'd like to see the entire video, you can go ahead and click in the bottom right-hand side of your screen, sign up for your free membership. You'll get to see that entire video for free. Plus, you'll be able to see about 3 to 4 hours of bonus instruction absolutely free of charge also. If you'd like to see more videos on YouTube, remember to click the subscribe button in the top left of your screen. I look forward to seeing you guys much more in the future. Good luck with your golf game. Hi, I'm the Lag Dr. Clay Ballard, and today I want to talk about something I know you all care about, and that's distance. Now, when I see students work on distance, They oftentimes use something I call the sledgehammer approach. What I mean by the sledgehammer approach is that they keep the club very close to their body and they rotate their shoulders in the club very aggressively through impact. They get a ton of rotation and try to get a lot of speed with their body. But there's only one problem with the sledgehammer approach. You see, the sledgehammer technique is great for producing power, but it's very poor at producing speed. Now, if you want distance in your golf swing, you need to produce speed, and we do this by creating leverage. So if you want to learn how to create leverage in your golf swing and start out driving all of your friends with less effort than you ever thought possible, you're going to want to watch this video. Okay, so in this video today, we're going to focus in on the number one piece of creating swing speed in your golf swing, and that is creating leverage with your right arm, and more importantly, releasing that leverage. So otherwise known as lag and release, but if we do not create leverage and release it in time, then creating all the lag in the world isn't going to do us any good. And we're going to focus specifically on what the right shoulder does in lag and release and in generating clubhead speed in your golf swing. So I already mentioned what most golfers do is they try to rotate the body very aggressively, and some instructors will even recommend that you rotate the body very aggressively. But this is a poor way to generate clubhead speed. Now, if I rotate just my body moves fairly slow on its own without creating leverage and lag and release. A good way to test this is by not getting any leverage, not getting any lag and release at all. So what I want you to do to test this, go ahead and get up out of your chair, grab a club, and I want you to keep your arms dead straight. Don't get any wrist hinge at all as you swing back and through. So I'm keeping this club dead straight the entire time, and I'm just moving my body. So my arms are not moving at all in relationship to my body, and I'm gonna try to get all the clubhead speed that I can. I may have gotten 20 miles an hour of clubhead speed. So the body rotation on its own is very, very slow. We need to get leverage and lag release to generate a lot of clubhead speed. So here's how it works, and here's what we're going to focus on today. Now, in the downswing, my right arm needs to increase lag or create a nice angle as we're making our downswing. So what I mean here is, as I'm swinging down, as my hands are getting in front of my right thigh, I need a good angle built up between my right forearm and the club. And then from this point, I'm going to let my right shoulder slow down and my right arm extend until just after impact. Now this angle is going to be completely lost. This right arm and the club are going to be completely straight. So I'm building this